So guys, finally we are here with the module 4 Colorist Secret Tools, and everything we need before color grading sits just right there. We're gonna rewatch all the tools that we have here. We are going to see specifically how this works again, and I'm going to give you my methodologies of using this inside DaVinci Resolve, creating a custom look or a preparation to a custom look. So let's start by watching our primary correction. So our primaries correction is basically everything we've done since now on the other clips. It's about being clean, and it's about setting up the great exposure, the great white balance, or better, the right exposure and the right white balance for our clip, and just start playing with our primaries wheels. As said before, the primaries wheels and the primaries bars are the exact same thing, with the main difference that, primary bars are mainly used to make little, color correction, as we watched at the beginning of the workshop of the masterclass, by tweaking the luminosity mix to 0 and make few little changes here. We can use that in that way, but I guess that during the primary correction part, it's cool to use our primary wheels. We don't want to watch about on the log wheels, because the log wheels are specific after our primary and secondary correction, are specific for generating look and great looks for our final touch. So right now, let's just focus on the primary wheels. So you always want your first node, or better, your third node, and we'll see about that in a second, for your primary correction. So you want to set 2 nodes before your node 1. We will add this with Shift S and go with 2 more. And I'm gonna call the first one on air, as that stands for noise reduction. The second one will be for white balance, and our third one will be for primary correction. So I always start with this layer, and with this I start tweaking my gain, my gamma, and lift, and sometimes I use the contrast in this same layer. Sometimes I use a different layer to be cleaner. And yeah, by the way, let's start by tweaking up the gain a bit, but not that much, and the gamma down a bit. On this specific image, I want to recover a bit of dark areas on that way, and I want to add another layer and call it contrast, to add some contrast to my image. And these are all the things we've done before, but it's important to understand how to use these tools in a specific order and in a specific way to create your own custom look. As before, we want to tweak the pivot with the contrast to set the right mood, and for me it's right there. So this basically is your primaries correction. So you set initial tone, you have created a mood, you are ready to tweak everything for secondaries, to tweak windows or vignettes or everything you want to do, or scopes qualification, or something with the qualifiers, adding different nodes. And yeah, basically you want to start with these 4 nodes as your initial part. Obviously, I didn't use the white balance right now because I don't need it. My image is properly white balanced. And for the noise reduction, I can add something really fast by going into 3, because we have a bit of motion, tweaking this to maybe 6. And for this, I'll go on better. Well, let's make it fast for now. That's with the chroma on 8. And look at my red dots here, those little red dots. So what this does, it basically, desaturate the red or green dots that are generated with noise of the camera. I'm gonna disable this and then enable it, and it's a really fast and quick tool if you want to have slightly fast adjustment to your image. I'm tweaking the fast mode just to let you see in a really fast way how it works. I always use that at enhance because it's the best way to achieve the best result on your image. And you want to lose few times tweaking this to find your perfect match between noise reduction and your original image. Because great thing about that is that it's totally not destructive. You can really play cool with this. You can really change the radius and make few adjustments just to see which one works best for you. But you want to keep it at the starting point on your image. I guess we can also go up to 10 there, maybe. Yeah, it's surely better. And nothing more than this. For the primary correction, you just want to set at the right point for you your blacks and your highlights and your gamma with the primary wheels. We could have done this also with our curves. We're gonna do that really fast, deactivating noise reduction and deactivating this one. Now, just by creating another node, we could have done the exact same thing, but I'm comfortable with wheels because wheels are surely more accurate. And as said previously, with wheels we can also make tweaks like, I don't know, here we have a whole blue image, but we could say like, let's tweak on the gamma some of the colors. Maybe I want to add some yellows, so I want to decrease these cyans, this blue, by going on the opposite side and start erasing all these colors. But yeah, this is your just your starting point, and that's the way you want to make it at the beginning. So nothing more. It's really basic, and it's everything we've done since now. You want to keep it that 4-layer way. So noise reduction, white balance, primary wheels or primary correction, and then contrast. And after this, you can start with secondaries that we're gonna watch in a second, with your windows, vignettes, and everything else, and then going into the color grading and your qualification and everything else. So you can save it also as a preset with your power grade, with your stills, and be conscious to just have everything renamed, or if you want you can keep it not renamed. But by the way, having it in that specific way will help you achieving the best result in the end, and will help you to be organized at every grade, because personally this is the best way to start correction and then a color grade.